Good morning, people. Good morning, people. Brook flashback time. Soul King. Yo. Yo. Alright, let's do the thing where I check that the stream is on and working. It is. Theoretically. Alright, good morning, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. One Piece, chapter 1184. We are in the beginning of the Brook flashback, which is fucking awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And we all know why. Because we're getting an explanation as to how Brook, well, one, became the kind of guy that he is, but two, how and when things got so bad that the king got killed and the princess Brook was sworn to protect went and joined the world government and the celestial dragons. Anyway, let's do this. Only bones get left behind is the name of the chapter. It's a very piratey way of saying something. Now, I got a quick look at this cover spread before, this cover page, and oh my god, if that ain't a funny joke, right? Like Brook getting electrocuted by jellyfish at the beach, right? It's all awesome. I laughed hard, really hard when I first saw Brook getting shocked like this. It looks amazing. He's got his thumbs up, which is also fucking hilarious, but because he's getting his thumbs up and he's drinking tea, but have a look at these jellyfish's eyes, my friend. If that isn't Emu's eyes, I don't know what is, right? Like, that is insane that Oda's doing that. Now, because there will be years and years and years of theories, even when the story is over, of people being like, was Emu a jellyfish? Was he like a sea monster guy, man? What's the go with this, right? There could be something there, right? Don't get me wrong. We know it's the devil fruit, but there's all sorts of sea devil talk in One Piece, and you never know where it's going to go. But the funny thing about the jellyfish, right, is that only a couple chapters ago, we had someone refer to Emu as an octopus. Like, I think it was Loki going like, "You octopus!" Like, fuck you, like, which is fantastic. So there's a running motif here with Emu and tentacles, and you know, it sort of reminds me of what was his name? Was it Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom? Like, Emu sort of has that kind of a untouchable vibe. Certainly in his weird hooded form. Anyway, let's get to the fucking chapter. It's time. Okay. When the princess of Asperia turned 14, 5 princes came seeking her hand in marriage. Everybody wants to woo Lady Candle's daughter. She's only 14. That's very normal in royalty circles for that age to be getting the treatment from various suitors. Drawn by rumors of her extraordinary beauty. Now, as I said last week, if you're royalty in One Piece, you seem to either be the most hideous motherfucker in the world, or alternatively, one of the most gorgeous people in the land, any land. Think Shaki, think Lady Candle. Or you could be like Big Mom, although she was more attractive when she was younger. Anyway, I yield! Okay, so it looks like the princes are all getting their asses handed to them. You can't fight. If you can't fight, you can't have this princess of Asperia. Shuri is a warrior. She's got, what was Mr. Toy? What was what's Kiros' daughter's name again? Jesus Christ, I'm blanking. What's her face from the Corridor Coliseum? Anyway. You're all too weak. I have no interest in weak men. And don't even think about approaching me if you can't play music. Music and strength. Alright. I am a musician, full disclosure here. And I make music and I have a lot of fun doing so. And sometimes it's a labor of love, sometimes it's something else. But Brook, for me, has always been my representation in One Piece. This is the guy I see myself in. Maybe not in the asking to see people's panties bits, but like that how do you put it? The duty that the musician has to carry the vibe. It's important shit. I hear you thrashed all your suitors, Princess Shuri. Yep. You like strong women, right, Brook? So she's doing this as a bit of a dance to the Soul King. Commander of Asperia's Guard Corps, Brook, 27 years old. Watch out, everybody. He's 27 and he looks like Jimi Hendrix. You want to die at that age when you're 27. That's an important number. If you're a musician, right, full disclosure, okay? If you are I don't know why I said full disclosure, but real talk, 27 is like the magic number in the world of musicians. So the fact that he's 27 is huge. Kurt Cobain, Janis Joplin, Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix. Heaps of people died at 27. Now, we know Brook dies at a different time, but I am like, come on. 27 is an important number in music. Anyway. Don't you think I've grown stronger? Not to mention cuter. You certainly have. And I bet someday my boobs will be big enough to pop right out too. Jesus, God, don't say that. It's unladylike. Seriously, you sound like my dad. Yeah. And he should sound like your dad. There's an age gap there, yo. My word, you're gorgeous. May I see your panties? Oh my God. So he was like this all along. I always wanted to know where he gets the gag from, but it seems that this won't be explained. It's just always been there. I wanted to know why he asks people this very peculiar question, may I see your panties? So it's polite and vulgar at the same time, right? Will you give that a rest already? Is he doing it just to annoy Shuri? I don't know. Anyway, what lyrics has he got here? From frogs to cattle, from kings to chattel, of the dead you'll find, only bones get left behind. From frogs to cattle, from kings to chattel, bones alone, as everybody knows. That's just the way the story goes. Oh yeah. Yo. Okay. I love your songs, Brook. His Majesty told me the same thing, so it looks like they have a strong love for music here in the Music Kingdom. No shit, but like they like Brook's music. Brook's music is widely disliked throughout the kingdom. That's what was said to us. But the king and queen have a soft spot for what he does. That again is interesting. I guess he was my benefactor. If I hadn't crossed paths with your father, by now, only my bones would be left behind. The presaging, the Brook's like a seer with his songwriting, right? It's like, Usopp tells a lie, it comes true later on in One Piece. Brook sings a song and it comes to life, right? Only my bones would be left behind. Brook, 11 years old. Okay, again, he has the same eyes and a very similar haircut to one Teach, Marshall D. Teach. He looks like... That looks like the king of Vesperia looks like he could be Rox's brother or Blackbeard's uncle, right? He just does. Oda does draw characters to look like that sometimes, but like there's a resemblance there. Here, there is a clear resemblance between how Brook looks and the young Blackbeard looks. Minus maybe there was a sense for me with Blackbeard that he had more rings around his eyes. And maybe that's just because I know he doesn't sleep. Anyway. Must be nice. A school with real instruments. They sound so good. So it looks like Brook. Is he a street urchin who steals shit? Yeah, okay. Hey, yikes, that filthy street rat is peeping around again. Okay, he's being chased around. Shoot, scram! You're making our students nervous, so Brook wanted to learn music. Ew, a stench. He's a stain on our country. Wow. His music was so bad, people were fucking were like, yo, you're not good enough to be in this land. The king's bad. Yeah, it's the king's bad. One day I'll play real music. The best you ever had. My mummy, my daddy, my little brother too, with empty bellies rumbling, they had no food to chew. Brook was poor. Brook was skint, which makes sense, because if you've ever been a musician or anything, our storylines are often the same. Started with no money, didn't make it. That's the biggest story of the musician that there is. It's who you know, not what you know. The king's bad. Yeah, the king's bad. I don't know why I'm even alive, just crunching on water frogs to survive. Those are some rotten lyrics. Did you write them yourself? Yeah. Is that thing? Yep. It's my violin. That's supposed to be a violin. Okay, so what I like about this is that the king is sort of meeting Brook where Brook's creative process begins. He's meeting him he's interested in Brook's art making process. Like this is the creative process of the Soul King. This is the instinct to make, the instinct to perform, the instinct to entertain. I made it out of a glass bottle and some wires. It sounds good, right? It does have a freeing vibe to it, I guess. Yeah, it's like a slide guitar, and that's it. Hey, I've seen you around here before. Are you a fan, mister? You could say that, but don't call me mister. I'm only 21 years old, so is this when the king was a prince? Okay. Say what? You've got an old face. Yo, you look like you've had it rougher than most. That's an odd laugh you've got there. Okay, so Brook actually is like, I don't know if he's saying you're an ugly guy or if he's saying, looks like you've had a hard time. It could be either. I'm not sure, but anyway. Well, I suppose I'll just call you Big Bro. As a token of our friendship, I'll treat you, big bro. I got some grasshoppers and frogs today. Oh my god. So, Brook has nothing. He has no money. He made his own instrument. His shirt. Oh my god, that's so depressing. Bro, his shirt. Look what it says on that little boy's shirt. It just says die. Fuck. He doesn't even know why he's alive. The man was born in blues, you know? Some Bane, you were born in the darkness. You hide in the darkness. I was born in it. Well, for fucking Brook, he was born in the dirt. He never had no home. Far out, bro. This is what I wanted for Brook. Not like to be poor, but I wanted him to be like steeped in a story of true blues. The man came up from nothing. All right. Delicioso! The secret ingredient is curry powder. I steal some from the naval ships that occasionally come here. Curry powder, for those that don't know, was a really, really big deal in the early days of like navel gazing and piracy and trading around the world. Curry powder fucking changed the game in terms of world trade. Curry leaves, look it up. It was a big deal. It makes anything taste like curry. Though I guess that's not much of a secret now, is it? Okay, so the secret ingredient to the curry taste was curry powder. Huh? Today's soup of the day features a fresh catch from the Yuru Peninsula. It is dole abalone, simmered in red wine, followed by prime A6 grade ruby beef. Your Highness! This is the young lady of the saffron conglomerate. She graduated as valedictorian of the Inoa Academy. Ay, ay, ay. He's eating the grub instead of the finer things. You're right, big bro. Are you so happy you're tearing up? Yeah. I can't believe I'm still in Hesperia. What's going on there? I'm just a tad tired. I'm still happy to have this though. So is this a prince that was kicked out? Is this a prince that like had money and now no longer has money or something? So there's him. He's shoveling down the frogs. He's eating them up. Yum yum yum. Look at he's like, damn, that's bad. Or is it so good? Is it so good that you're convulsing? I'm right, aren't I? That's great. Alrighty, time to get back to singing. Later, big bro. So he's off to go and make music, leaving the king in something of a different state. But the king loves the low life, right? A man doesn't want to be surrounded with the princesses and abalone and all the things, the nice trinkets. Here we go. Wait, I told you, it's my treat. Don't fork over your cash. We're both going through hard times. Wow. Wow. Hey, look, man, I brought grog. That's the sort of vibe. They're fishing together. Pulling out an octopus out of the water. Brook's playing along, singing. Okay. One day, Cello Port, Kingdom of Hesperia. So I assume most of the island is named after musical instruments. A marine escort ship. Load the instruments onto the cargo ship. Handle them with care. Fuck King hell. Bro, what did they do to Brook? Drip, drop, blood all over him. I don't know anything. This is a mistake. Cough, cough. Alright, here we go. Cut the crap. You suck at lying. We know you're the courier. Those gangsters told you to drop off their powder, didn't they? Where did you hide it? Ah, that's interesting. Curry powder seems to be a euphemism for something. Could they be talking about dance powder or something like that in code? That's interesting. We paid our informant good money and they said you had the stuff. So are you ready to tell the truth now? We ain't talking about normal curry powder here. Wow. Okay, so what is the drug in question, or is it dance powder? Powder, powder, powder. From frogs to cattle, from kings to chattel, of the dead you'll find only bones get left behind. He does not give a fuck. The man's down on his luck with die written on his shirt, and he is singing his bones out. It might only be for a split second, but as long as I keep on singing, dying doesn't seem so. Okay. I'm telling you, this here is going to have something to do with the power. Follow me for a sec. That Nika provides people. The slaves that were in captivity sang to Nika. They may have even invented him to get out of their dire circumstances. They needed a symbol of hope. They gave it to themselves in their imagination, in their creativity. Brook is doing the same thing here. He's dying and he's saying, if I'm singing and smiling, dying doesn't seem so bad. Roger died with a smile on his face. Smoker lost his shit when he saw Luffy almost die with a smile on his face. Odin died with a smile on his face. There's been many motherfuckers who die with a smile on their face. This here from Brook going, I'm dying, but I'm singing out. There is a power in One Piece to the people who look death, look incredible, dire circumstances, look the pain, the struggle in their face, and they go, I am going to smile and laugh, and I don't care. I'm going to be myself through this. I'm going to enjoy myself. Wow. It'll be over soon. Goodbye, stray doggy. Goodbye, big bro. Stray doggy. Oda's doing his best to kind of give Brook that blues musician affect, the way that he's speaking. Goodbye, stray doggy. Oh, man. Well, the punk's seen our faces now. Let's kill him and go after the gangsters. Wow. Good old corruption. Same old, same old. Of the dead you'll find, only bones get left behind. Brook! So, in bursts the man, the prince. Big bro, it's Prince Leuven. Leuven, fuck. The whole time, hanging with Brook, he didn't let him know nothing about the money he had or the status he had. Okay, so it's not the case that the prince has been kicked out of the kingdom or anything like that. No, he was literally just a cool prince who didn't like the high life, who wanted to hang out with Brook. Good on him, man. What? He's a prince? I'm really glad to see you, Brook. I don't know what I'd do if you died. Please stand back, your highness. Leave the rest to the guard corps. Shut up. I'll handle this with my own hands. These bastards put my good friend through hell. So, okay, Marines. It was Marines. Okay, alright. I'll give them a taste of their own medicine. Hey, wait, it's the Asperia Guard Corps. Prince Leuven, we've apprehended the dealers from the Moron family. Okay, so the Moron family were dealing the curry powder or whatever it was. I cannot. I swear, if it was dance powder, I'm going to love this. So this kid really had nothing but actual curry powder? Your Highness, please restrain your personal anger. The Navy has the backing of the world government behind it. Please don't hurt these Navy officers. We don't want to piss off the world government. Can I just... Everything you do in the One Piece world, Oda is showing you, if you go against the status quo, it comes down hard on you. You can be a fucking prince in the One Piece world. It's like, bro, you can't hit the cops. You can't hit the Marines. I swear, you'll upset the world government. There's always the rules, man. And it's always, if you act up, the foot's on your throat. But like, it's always it's the classic example of stop hitting yourself. They use power against you, and the second you want to liberate yourself, you're a terrorist. It's this fucking horrible situation where the Marines can literally do anything they want, and if you raise a hand to them, even if you're a fucking prince, they still go, oh, the world government. Oda puts so much energy into showing you that it's like, there's the haves, the people who the rules apply to, and the have-nots, right? Oh, man. If the government is going to shield scum like this, then our world is doomed. Isn't that right, Candle? All right, you understand. Now explain yourself, Oda. Are you a good one or a bad one, Lady Candle? I am nothing more than your devoted steel blade. I'll always fight by your side. Devoted steel blade. Okay. That is a very on-the-nose choice of words, right? God's steel, God's blade. That's what the lowest level of the covenant is? Or is it pre-covenant? Needless to say, before you were a God's Knights, you were a God's Steel. Is this the hint? Hint we all wanted. There were plenty of people saying that she looks a lot like she's going to be in the Celestial Dragons. Let's see how it plays out. You're just garbage! He's a swordsman. That's so cool. Oh, bro. Does Prince Leuven or Leuven or whatever his name is, he the one who teaches Brook the Notch Slash? Or is it Lady Candel? Because he's just gotten inspired here. This is how he chooses to become a swordsman, presumably, right? He's a swordsman. That's so cool. Did you hear? They're saying that Lady Candel saved our country again. Okay. What happened to the king then? Asperia Palace. You already up, Brook? Flutter. I'm not angry at you. Jesus Christ. She's still got the sparkles coming up. Like, I'd love the commitment Oda has to making sure everybody knows that this woman is unbelievably beautiful. Like, she's literally sparkling. I'm not angry at you, Prince Leuven. I simply ask in future you keep in mind the weight of your royal standing. Some people in this series just punch the world government. That's how it's got to be, Lady Candel. Anyway, I got it. Hey, Brook. So you were a prince this whole time, huh, big bro? Yeah, about that. I'm really sorry. It's not like I meant to deceive you. I just really enjoyed spending time with you. More importantly, you better not tell anyone that you swiped that curry powder. Okay. Every time Prince Leuven goes missing, it scares us half to death. All right, who? Right, okay, it's her. I never would have guessed that you were spending your free time with such a cute little friend. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. So this is where Brook falls in love with Lady Candel. Look at it. Nosebleeds. Sanji style nosebleeds. Oh, no. The gag is too much for me. Oh, no. Did you guys know that this story might be originally for young guys to read? A pirate story. You're going to have some conversations about guys who are attracted to women. It's not that cringe, bro. It's fucking the most normal thing in the world. And it's Oda's fucking manga. Anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Brook's bleeding. It's all happening. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize your wounds were still so deep. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Anyway, tell everyone this kid is my favorite musician. Get him a room in the barracks and give him a proper musical instrument. And arrange for him to attend school. Fuck this. I don't know why Oda does this, where he makes kings out to be such, like, solid guys sometimes. You know, like, Vivi is such a good person. It's just not generally the case that royalty is like that. I'm sorry, it just isn't. They despise us. They despise us. And he does a good job of showing that with his treatment of the Celestial Dragons and the world government. But I don't know why kings are always so fucking kind and have such a soft spot. I presume it's because this guy genuinely was very lonely and wanted to hang out with Brook. Found someone who was interesting, but like... It is a criticism I have of One Piece is there are too many kind royals. I know there are other royals that are really mean, right? But like, come on now. A new star is about to be born in Asperia. Whoa. I love this kid. And from now on, this palace is gonna be a lot more fun. Oh man. The making of the best musician in the One Piece world right there. That's so cool. I love it. So, we have a number of things. We have Brook's backstory is he was a very skint guy. He was a poor boy. A poor boy with the blues. And that's a perfect musical background, right? Like, you can't write a good song unless you've been through something. And it looks like Brook didn't even know what he was really going through. He was just cooking what he could cook to survive. He didn't even know why he was alive. Wow. I'm interested to know what it was in our good Prince Leuven that made him so, such an outsider to the royalty and the more high exalted life. Like, what made it so he was like, man, I want to hang out with this kid who's singing songs rather than eating the nice things and chasing the fancy women. All right. Fun chapter. Things that stick out like a sore thumb in this chapter. On the cover page, these jellyfish having emu's eyes. That sticks out like a sore thumb. That sticks out and is crazy. If it's a reference to Loki calling emu octopus chapter or two ago, whatever, it's a good reference. But it's opened a huge can of worms in the community, I can tell already. For those who are like, emu, umibozu stuff, like we have Eames Devil Fruit now. Akuma, we know what we're dealing with. Question is, does devil extend to some mythical notion of sea devil or any of that? Putting a pin in that. I'm also very interested is the heterochromania, the two different eye colors of Princess Shuri going to become relevant at some point. I didn't like the line about the someday my boobs will be big enough to pop out, right? But what I think is interesting about Princess Shuri's character is they're using her to explore a lot of these sort of commonplace, ordinary sentiments around growing up that kids can have. Like when she's a really little girl, she's like, I want to marry you, Brook. And the dad's like, why doesn't she want to marry me? But like here, it's like she's grown up a little bit older and it's a little girl who's going, oh my God, I'm going through body changes and stuff like that. It's very interesting. It's like Brook is being used as the microscope to sort of view her development. Now, the other thing is like, we've seen a flashback in a flashback here, right? Like Brook, when he's a child, 11, like, it's pretty cool that we're seeing all of Brook's life in Hesperia to a degree where it's like you see him as a kid and now you know that when he's a god, he really cares about looking after this princess because the king did everything for him. And he's known the queen for a very long time as well. Like, since he was a young guy. That's interesting as hell to me. It also, it's just occurred to me that if Prince Leuven was he 21 when all this is going down with Brook? Or is it a little bit more time passed? No, he's still turning 1 there, I think. Is it? One day, I'm saying all this because I'm trying to work out. Forget what I was saying. Brook's been with them since he was 11. And he's known Lady Candel for all that time. If Lady Candel is doing some undercover sneak into the kingdom shit, this is some serious deep cover. Like, there'd better be a good reason, really good reason. And if it's just taking over a kingdom, I don't know that that's good enough because you just do it with force if you are emu. Like, why is she burying herself deep in this kingdom like this? If the theory is that she's evil, like, since he was 11, that's a really long time. Yeah, it's suspect to me to be thinking like that at this point. Like, she, in my view, it becomes less likely, right, if she's been undercover since Brook was 11 till when he was older, right? If that's how long she's been doing, Lady Candel's been undercover to take over the Hesperia kingdom. Miss me with that shit because I'm not sure why you'd do that. unless you had an inkling the people in the D clan lived in Hesperia. Unless you had that inkling, right? Because there is, and I will repeat it, quite the resemblance between young Brook and young Teach. They look similar as hell. They have the same eyelashes thing, eyelashes underneath the eye. They got the wavy black hair. Very, 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 very fun. Now, what was the for her to say, for Lady Candle to say the words, "I am nothing more than your devoted steel blade," is like, it's just for those that want her to be a god's knight or in that deep cover to take over Hesperia Kingdom, it's like, that's ammunition, man. What is, other than Oda being like, you don't know what's going to happen from week to week. Is she evil? Is she not evil? Other than that, I'm not sure why he's putting such a connection between her and God's Knights. If she's already like man-mayor family, right? If Gunko isn't adopted into the man-mayor family and Lady Candle is man-mayor family, then we've got more lore that we need explained to us, right? Ah, God. This is so cool, though. And the curry powder thing, I'm going to have to sit with that for a little bit longer. But those, again, who don't know, look up your world history. Curry leaves and spices were a big fucking deal in to people like the East India Company. Anyway. Wow. Prince Loiven's favorite musician, the first proper fan of Brook, the Soul King, did it before it was cool. The man who bankrolled the greatest musician in the One Piece world. Fuck yeah. Awesome chapter. To anyone who came along and enjoyed yourself or didn't enjoy yourself, whatever, thanks for being here. Yeah, please